Hello, Beardstone.
Take a seat. Take a seat. Still looking. You're still looking pretty fancy with the squid head on there.
Oh yeah, that's great hint.
Yeah. Oh no. No, look. There it is. The pink eye. That's what I need to talk to you about, Tizz.
Okay, hang on. There's something over at shopping. You follow me.
Okay. This isn't a trek, is it?
Nope. Follow me.
So is this what you wanted to show me? What's this?
Yeah, Groover was streaming the other day, and he built this thing. It's a pink Eye Cur, miracle pink Eye Cur, not snake oil. Honest. So this might fix it. Great.
Right. Okay. What's the scientific basis for this testing? I mean, it literally just says it's milk.
I don't know. Like, are you supposed to? Are you supposed to drink it? Are you supposed to pour it on the eye?
I don't. It's quite. Look at 10 diamonds for the cure.
Yeah. He did say something about having to like pay weekly and use it weekly as well.
Right.
So
sounds
I don't know.
Bit like a scam. Did you maybe want to try it out, seeing as you've caused this issue?
I've already paid. I'll willingly try it first.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me know how it
Here we
goes. Whoa. Tizz.
Yeah?
I ain't drinking that.
Why not?
I am not drinking. Put it this way, it didn't work.
It didn't work. What
No.
happens to me?
Take a look.
I got. It's in my other eye too.
Yeah.
I got. How does that even work?
I don't know. You now have pink eyes. You've evolved.
My.
Well, thanks
What
for.
do I do?
I don't know. Put the squid head back on, maybe.
Oh, I.
Oh my god! Oh, that's amazing. That is. I mean, who needs a cure when you can do that?
I just made the whole world happy. Look at that.
You did. But you were ripped off by Groover, so.
Yeah, 10 diamonds down the drain. And
Yeah.
I have double pink eye.
Yeah, you do. I guess we're going to have to keep an eye out for another cure. But on the plus side, you've saved me a lot of diamonds. Well, the sun's going down, Tizz. So how about I go to bed? You can go to bed as well. I'll tell you what. Use your bed, not mine. I don't want double pink eye. Jeez. But yeah, we should sleep the night away, and then in the morning, how about we meet over at the Barn Bros Industrial District and do a little bit of planning, because we need to get these farms on the go.
Sounds good to me. I will see you in the morning.
Indeed. I don't even go near the Barn Bros building anymore. It's disgusting with all your clothes. Good morning, Tizz.
Morning.
Morning. I have a thing that might help us here.
Oh yeah, what's that?
An armor stand.
How's that gonna help?
Give it a banner.
How's that gonna help?
Ah!
What the heck?
This is magic.
What is going on right now?
I can do it. Look, chunk boundaries.
Oh,
Yep. More chunk boundaries.
that is a fancy armor stand.
More chunk boundaries, I guess. That's all the chunks. And then, oh look, directions. Look, compass on the floor.
Oh, north. East.
Yeah. I don't think that one's going to be particularly helpful. And what's this one? 2. Oh, maybe it's like an entity count or something. Nah, there's got to be more than that. I don't know what that one is. What's this one? In-game days, 3,182. So basically, this is an information post.
Nice.
Which is pretty handy.
That will be super helpful.
For planning the farms, I guess. Oh, look, we can even tell what biome
Oh,
we're
the
in.
biome?
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that was on there. So basically, this is obviously done by the Master Magician Foxy. I haven't used it, but I did encounter a chunk boundary once. So I thought it was like some weird magical force field thing, but it turns out it was just Foxy messing with armor stands a couple of episodes ago. But that led me to think that we could probably use this to plan out some farms today. I don't think we're going to have time or we're even in a position to actually build them yet because we probably don't have the resources. But my thinking is, if we can plan out a few things, then next time we meet up, we can crack on, build the farms, and actually know what we're doing.
Nice. So we're just marking things out today.
That's what I reckon. I mean, who knows? It may go really quickly, but it'd be nice if we can figure out how we can sort of keep the geode within range while also having a mob farm. I don't think that's going to be possible, though, really.
It is like right in the middle of the chunk too, right? The geode. It's not on a border or anything.
It is, yeah, well, yeah, there's like a couple of blocks outside the border, but yeah, pretty much. But I mean, obviously the chunk one's going to be the most useful to us because bedrock, right? We don't want disappearing minecarts and things like that. Not at all. Not at all.
Nope.
But yeah, that one and the one for the mobs, I think, are going to be exceedingly useful to us. So should we just have a little play around, see if we can get a couple of bits marked out and figure it out from there? Oh, look,
sounds good to me.
And Foxy's online too, so if we get really stuck, we can just call in the professionals.
Go nag Foxy.
Yeah, indeed. Right, let's give this a go.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that was to be fair, the amount of times I punched you.
Died.
You nearly died. To be honest, Tizz, I have noticed your deaths this season. You're on 27. What happened?
You died since the last time we spoke. You were on 0 deaths.
Yeah, there was.
Oh, 2. You got 2 as well.
Yeah, there was an instant. Even Dr. Beardstone has died. He's starved to death.
I say we just build like everything out of dirt.
What? Just have an entire.
We just bomb, bro. We just make the jankiest farming area.
I like it. I mean, it's cheap materials, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't have to look pretty.
Everywhere.
Doesn't have to look pretty. No one's out here.
Nope. So what are we doing here? We're bridging out.
Just bridging out. Yeah, bridging out to the.
I'm not helping at all. I will place some blocks here.
Yay! No, it's fine, Tizz. It's fine. I mean,
I'm watching you do everything.
Thing is, I act like I know what I'm doing, but I assure you, I do not.
What are we doing with the iron farm? Are we setting it up so we can use the villages as well, or we just want an iron out of it?
I'm all about the iron personally, but
yeah,
it depends. I mean, the farm I built last season, Silence one, worked a treat. Don't get me wrong, worked a treat. I didn't have any trouble with it or anything like that. But Silence built a different one this time. Yeah, we could just rip his off.
Just steal Silence design.
Yeah, well, I mean, why go watch a YouTube video of him building it when we can literally go see the real thing? And then,
no one's gonna notice, right?
Exactly, and then we'll probably actually end up having to watch the YouTube video anyway because, yeah, Bedrock. But there's probably an order you have to do things. But I reckon if we sneak over there, have a little look at his farm, steal the design, build it over here, no one will ever know.
No.
He's not going to come over here. He's not even going to think it's his. It's going to be built out of dirt.
He's going to see this pile of dirt out here. He's not gonna come over here.
No, exactly. Has anyone built a squid farm yet?
Foxy is Salon's Inc.
Oh, he is, isn't he? We should try and visit Foxy's farm for
rip off his design too.
Well, yeah, why not? I think for the most part, I think we're just going to have to go resource gathering.
Yeah,
I don't think we're going to get any building done here at all, are we?
Yeah, we need loads of things.
Okay, so we need.
All we have is dirt right now.
Lots of dirt, and we need not just dirt, mainly dirt, but not just dirt. So yeah, magma blocks. We're going to need a lot of magma blocks because we need them for the squid farm as well.
Squid farm, the mob farm. Jeez, we're going to need loads and loads of magma.
So we're going to need a ton of magma, and we're going to need a ton of tinted glass. So I'm going to go to town, buy up all the amethyst shards I can find, and I will go to my geode, which I know is ready to harvest, and I'll dig out the ones I've already got. I think I've already got about a shulker of shards. So, yeah, we're not too bad. And I'm going to need to cook up, like, all of the sand. I've got shulkers on shulkers of sand, though. So it's just the grind of cooking it all.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Haven't you got a furnace array?
I do. I have a pretty nice furnace array.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab all my sand and grab some fuel, and I'm going to use your furnace array to cook up all the glass.
I have a lava farm too. If you want to go and snatch lava from it.
Well, you are just okay. You're showing me up now. You fancy. I've literally got a flower farm and some sugarcane, and
you have a really nice looking city so far, though.
Oh, thanks,
Coming
Tizz.
along.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate that. It was nice. Well, it was a lot of fun hanging out with Mr. Tizz, Tom, and we learnt a few things as well. We learnt not to trust Groover's miracle cure for pink eye because that just made Tizz's a lot worse, and we also learnt not to trust Tizz because, well, he dug out the grass block and made us fall at the end there, which was a little bit mean. But either way, it was a lot of fun to hang out with Tizz, and we've basically marked out a complete dirt mess over here, which, on giving it some thought, is actually a couple of days later now. I have actually probably come up with a better layout for this. So the plan with this, by the time we were done, was to have squid farms either side, a mob farm at the top and a collection point down the bottom. However, I've done a little bit of research and I think I've discovered a better way that we can do this. But I'm going to discuss that with Tizz and we'll see how we go. For now, we're going to actually head back to our city because there's lots we need to be getting done over there today. So if we look down on our city from up here, you can see I have actually added in some more roads, and this is going to allow us to better plan the rest of the city and get more buildings in. But I've also put some dotted lines of where other roads should end up going, and there's probably even going to be a bit that goes off here into a tunnel. I don't really know what's going to go on with that one yet. And this road here, the plan is to have a bridge that goes across and eventually connects up over to Silence area. But for now, we are going to be focusing on a building down here. So this was a bit of an awkward shape here because I didn't want to expand the road too far out over the edge of the cliff on that side. And as such, I've only got one building on this edge here, but I've got a plan for what we're going to do out the back here to tie it all in nicely. But this is a building that I've been looking forward to getting done because, well, it's going to be solving our food supply, which is something I really need to do. We've been struggling with food a little bit. We've just basically been cooking up whatever we kill on the surface here while we're doing our farming. So yes, to solve that situation, we need a new building and a building we can put a farm in the top of. Roll the time lapse. Is not looking too shabby, although on the inside it's a mess. So we're going to keep looking at the outside, and I've still got plenty of work to do around here. There's no texturing in here. I don't really think I like having those in there. I think I just want to leave those on that building and not tie them two together like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mess around with the outside for a bit here, and I also need to sort out this area here. So My plan is to make it look like there's, you know, maybe a couple of wheelie bins or something, just some kind of skips, or I don't know. We're going to sort of section it off, basically. So I do need to pave over this and then get some trapdoors to make a fence that runs along the side here. And we might even put a fire escape down the side, because that side of the building there is always going to be visible. And yeah, it's really bland. I'm Steve. Panic over. Although there does seem to be a hole directly in front of me as well. I seem to have missed a block. But let's not worry about that for now. So yes, the side of this building, as I was saying, we do need to put something there. And I think a fire escape winding down it is actually going to work really well, especially if we put it maybe sort of a little bit aligned to the right, because then we could still put some form of advert down the side. Because, well, we've plastered this city in advert so far. There's no point stopping now. This side of the building here looks particularly bland. I haven't really figured out what I want to do with the windows. I might actually open out this window to make it a sort of large one and make it look a bit more like this, but I don't really know. I'm going to have a little play around and see what we can make of it. I do really like this sign at the front here. I think this 3D sign, so it can be seen from sort of, you know, most angles, I think that works really well. I also need to sort out the floor around here and the base of the building here. I think I might actually switch it out to stone or polished andesite maybe, because I'm not too sure it works like that. Or, I mean, I could just put a bench in and maybe an ATM again like we've got over there. I don't know. But I'm going to have a play around with the outside here, and hopefully when I bring you back, this is going to be looking a bit more like a complete building from the outside at least. We've still got plenty to do on the inside, but we'll save that for later. Well, it's certainly looking better, and it's looking a lot busier as well. And I really like how the fire escape has come out on this side. I mean, it's quite iron heavy. I do admit it is fairly iron heavy, but I think it does the job well. And once we've got the building in that's going to be running alongside here, I think that's actually going to sort of fit in there quite snugly, and will hopefully... I'm Steve again. How am I Steve again? I don't know why that keeps happening. It's very annoying. But yes, hopefully once we get the building in next to it, that should all blend in quite nicely. And down the bottom here, what I've actually done is gone for one of those kind of poster walls. You know when a band's coming to town and they just plaster their posters everywhere? I've kind of gone for something a bit like that. So we've got some repetition of images here, and that just sort of breaks up the wall that we did have there. Round the back, we've got a wheelie bin, some overgrown stuff, a few other sort of recycling bin type things, and of course, access to the fire escape. I decided to swap out the bottom row here for some nether brick to tie in with the bars we've got on the side, and adding a bench helped to break that up as well. And as you can see, I've also added a big sign at the top there. So one thing I did differently with the sign, however, this time was instead of using black wool as the backing like I did on these ones, I actually used terracotta, the glazed variety, so that at least when you're further away, it still looks bright and colourful instead of just being a big black board. And I think that works quite well. And I imagine as the season goes on, I'm probably going to have to start removing some of these paintings anyway, because it's a lot of entities and it could start causing some problems. But for now, I think we're okay. I've also extended the road across here with the tram lines and everything that needs to go in as well. And I've sorted out the front of the building on this side. And as you can see, I've also sorted out the glass here, because I didn't really know what to do with those windows, but putting in the glass really just gave them a bit of colour. They just need a little bit more sort of, you know, frilly bits, I guess. So we're still working on those, and I've also got some power cables in between the buildings connecting those up. And lastly, on the roof here, I have added a little bit of detail. But I think we do actually need a sort of exit up here, essentially, because if the fire escape's there, it's a bit useless if you can't actually get out onto the roof. So we're probably going to build something here that will allow you to get back down into the building itself. On the inside here, I've just put a quartz floor for now, and I've put in a quick ceiling, because as you can hear, we have things going on up there. So although there's currently no proper way to get upstairs, I can just fly into this balcony. I will of course make a proper entrance from the bottom, but for now it's just a case of flying up to here, where we have a cow cooker. And this is based on, well, I say based on, it is entirely one of Silent Whisperer's designs from his advent calendar he did last December, and it works an absolute treat. So we've got 8 to 10 cows in there. When we hit the water, they all start bobbling around, and if we just give them a bit of food, they start creating babies, which is ultimately what we want them to do. When I'm done, I just hit the button again, and if I drop down, you can see the babies fall through past the bars, and they all end up in this section down here. Once they grow up, however... yeah, probably shouldn't press the button just yet. And I think think they're all settled down. There we go. So once they've grown up, we can press this button, and that will cook all the adults and leave the babies alive until they grow up. So yeah, this all works quite well. And then of course everything will just get deposited in here, which will be the leather and of course cooked beef, because we're burning them with lava. Another good thing about this farm is because it's got this slot in the front here, if I was to come here with a looting sword that has fire aspect on it, this one doesn't, then I would also be able to get more cooked beef and more leather out of it. But for now, that's going to work an absolute treat for me and get my food supplies on the go. Something else I'll be putting in here will be a micro farm so that I can generate the wheat needed for the cows so that I can of course get the babies coming out of these guys. In fact, I might just do another quick batch while we're here. And yeah, hopefully that will mean that my leather supplies and my food supplies are going to be sorted. The question is, what am I doing with the downstairs? So with the downstairs here, I think we're going to turn it into a restaurant. So the thing is, although we've got beef upstairs and we've got our cows, I kind of want to make it look like a sushi restaurant because I think that's really going to fit in with the area and it could work quite well with the theme, and I've got a bit of a cool idea of how we can have the food going around as well. But if we're going to do that, then we're probably also going to want to add fish into the mix. So I may well build an AFK fish farm upstairs as well and basically just burn everything apart from the cod and the salmon. That way we can put some kind of sushi bar in here, we can have the cod and the salmon coming down, rotating round, and we can just have a couple of sort of barrels or other areas where we can actually collect the vast amounts of food and the useful food as opposed to, well, fish. Nobody wants fish. So the cow farm is actually directly above this bit here, so I should be able to pump the beef down fairly easily. But I think I need to crack on with the interior design of this place. So yeah, I think even though we've got steak upstairs and it should probably be a steak restaurant, I think we're going to go with sushi. A short while later and we have a sushi shop-ish. I mean, it also does steak, chicken and things, but it's mainly sushi and it looks a bit sushi-like. In the entrance here, we now have a pressure plate, and when you stand on that, what that does is it actually starts up the sushi machine, which is what's going on in this building pretty much. So it actually just throws items around, they go round and round, they drop back down and loop back round and so on. So they don't really serve a practical purpose, but I thought it was a nice way of demonstrating a sushi restaurant. And we've also just got lots and lots of seating and decorations and so on. I mean, I'm not 100% sold on it. I might adjust it over time. But for now, it's definitely going to do the job. It's just a shame it sounds like cows continuously. And in regards to the cows, the drops actually come through to this spot here. So this is where the leather and the beef will come through. And we've got some other barrels should we put any other farms up there that will also be able to drop directly into these. But, I mean, it's fairly simple, but I think it works. I mean, it's a sushi restaurant. It's not supposed to be too much here, right? As we then exit the sushi shop, the mechanism turns itself back off again, and all the fish and things stop running around on the inside there. So it actually just turns on and off as you go in with a little bit of redstone underneath. And, of course, we have menus on the outside. I do need to do a bit more work on the outside here, however, to make the building look a little bit nicer. I need to do a bit of texturing. I need to get some of the sort of air filtration stuff on and so on. But I pretty much ran out of resources for those, so that's going to have to wait. It has also occurred to me, something I haven't shown you yet, is in the top of the build we did last episode, the calf here. So I have actually made some progress in here. We do now have some farms. So if I go up to the top here, on the first floor we now have a cocoa bean farm, which works an absolute treat. If I push this button here, it then flushes it all away. They all go down and into the barrels down the bottom there. And if I go up here, we can see basically not too much going on this floor, but above us here we have a cactus farm, and that is fully operational as well. All of these items get collected in the storage room down here, so we have cocoa beans over there and cactus there, which is already producing very well, which is nice. One thing we do need to do, however, up there is replace some of the hoppers. Basically, we've got quite a long chain of hoppers that goes from... these are things I did not mean to do. There we go, nothing happened. So, as I was trying to say, round the back here, coming down from some of the farms, we've got a big chain of hoppers, and we can replace some of those with chests. I just haven't gotten around to it yet, so that's something I need to do, just because having less hoppers is a bit more useful. If we can do chest hopper all the way down, then, well, one, we're saving on hoppers, but we're also saving on a bit of lag. So the next step for me is just going to be pottering around on the outside of the building here, possibly getting one or two more farms at the top, and hopefully getting this fitting in a little bit nicer with the city here. For now, though, that's all from me. Toodles! Oh my. It looks like you've got tiny, tiny little eyes.
Yeah, I got tiny, tiny eyes. Oh, no.
That's terrifying.
The other one's probably gonna be no different, right? Oh,
Oh no, that one you look.
Oh,
Oh,
that one's
that's
cute.
so cute. I like that.
that one's adorable.
I think that might be one of your favourite. If anyone ever gets angry at you, Tizz, in game, just switch to that
Just
head.
put this on.
Yeah, absolutely fine. You can't be angry at a face like that.
Just crouch like this. Make everything better.
Yeah, crouching does make things better. Beautiful. Right, I need food. Toodles!
Bye.